2023 presidency campaign to crowdfund 10 billion naira for Peter Obi. Crowd wants to fund Peter Obi. Okay, the for crowd to fund him, the campaign lines has been open and is for people to donate. And the target is 10 billion naira for the campaign. You know, election in Nigeria, even if you have a capable hand, a man and woman who has all it takes to become Nigerian's president, I put it to you that they will frustrate that person to a large extent, even just looking at the funds. Just looking at the funds, can the person cope? Can the person actually actualize that dream? Is the question we must ask ourselves. Because the money involved, only the form alone, even if you are well-meaning, you want to transform things, only the form. Some parties is 5 million naira, depends on the party. Some is even 10 million naira, just the form. And that is to what? Pick the boys from the men before they even go into any further deliberations. Welcome to Nigeria. Yet they make it practically impossible for some people. And yet they want to talk about equality, fairness, justice. Let's get all the details. Mr. Shegun, the Chief Executive Officer of Budget, has landed a campaign to crowdfund 10 billion naira for Peter Obi presidential ambition. Peter Obi declared his intention to join the 2023 presidential race if his party, People Democratic Party, agrees to zone the ticket only to the south. He said that's when and only when he will throw his hat into the ring. In a tweet, the Technograph noted that such a GoFundMe account will serve the purpose of funding the presidential hopeful in the coming election. This is after it's been rumored that his then together teammates Atiku Abubakar have dumped him and has picked Wike, the governor of Rivers State, to be his running mate for 20. Mr. Shegun, the chief executive officer, has launched a campaign to crowdfund 10 billion naira for Peter Odili presidential ambition. Peter Obi declares his intention to join the 2023 presidential race if and only if his party, People Democratic Party, zones the presidential ticket to the south. In a tweet, the technocrat said that for us to get things done, an account will serve the purpose for funding the presidential hopeful in the coming election. According to him, many Nigerian youths deemed the former governor competent to lead the nation out of his current economic woes. He has all he takes to bring the country back on track. This is coming a day after the London-based publication Financial Times pledged the cost of election in Nigeria to be about $2 billion, about 1 trillion naira in Nigeria, and explained that the crowdfunding will level the financial playing ground for Mr. Peter Obi, who is likely to contest with money bags, such like the financial big bags like financial playing bags, like the likes of Tinubu. The financial playing ground for Mr. Peter Obi would likely be contended with money bags such like Tinubu or Jikalu. There are other independent candidates that are also big money bags, philanthropists, and all that. So if we raise the GoFundMe, it will go a long way to serve the purpose. So Peter Obi is in the race, but and only if People Democratic Party zones the presidential ticket to the south. That is only when he will officially declare his intention. Said as it stands, his intentions are not yet declared because of, he's still waiting to see what would happen. There is no need trying to declare an intention when you see that you may potentially have no way, headway in the whole said matter, because there are people who, like they rightly describe it, the money bags. So youths are trying to put together a campaign tray. This is after Atiku has, allegedly we've heard that he's picked another running mate, and that is the person of Wike, the River State governor, to be his running mate, as against Peter Obi, who was his running mate in 2019 when they contested against President Muhammadu Buhari, and then the court said Buhari was the one who won the said election. Peter Obi, I mean, with what he says, and what he did when he served as the state governor, understands the economy and could potentially change things, all things being said, all things being equal. However, in Nigeria, it's not always all as it seems. All that glitters is no gold. People get in there and you will be surprised some of the things that begin to trail and follow, and you'll be wondering and asking yourself, are you sure such and such an individual was actually the person who told us this lengthy promises and assured us that there is no need to fret? I mean, it's been compared to say that he'll be contesting with money bags like the likes of Tinubu, also Ujo Kalu and the rest. But those who are in line with Peter Obi going for it said he does not have the kind of money that Tinubu may potentially be bringing to the table, and also as well as the Senate chief whip Uzo Kalu. So these are before us, as we can see, and these people have already declared their intention to run for the position. So as you can see that the political terrain, in fact, Prime Times in the UK looked at it and said to run an election successfully in Nigeria is about 1 trillion. Looking at all that entails, is about 1 trillion naira to run a successful campaign and win an election in Nigeria. Whether you like it or not, there is this buzz here and there and others that follows. And so Peter Obi may have, good intention, may want to rule Nigeria with a heart of gold, okay, to transform the economy and to set things, in line. But should I tell you something? It's as though they prefer someone who is going nowhere, will take the country nowhere, to someone who could potentially bring the nation out of its current predicament, the debt, creates wealth, create opportunity for job creation so that our youths have jobs to look after them, so that people can confidently say that they are part of a society. Sadly, we don't have that. And I mean, they can't be bothered. They are not even bothered about any of these things because they have their own, they have themselves taken care of. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. God bless. Bye for now.